There's something unique about the ancient Benin Kingdom, known locally and internationally for its rich art, culture, and tradition. One of the most easily recognized symbols of the ancient kingdom is bronze casting. In ancient times, bronze casting, collectively referred to as the Benin bronze works, were exclusively courtly acts for the decoration of the Oba's palace, as well as celebrate the Oba's imperial power and commemorate past Obas and idolize the Queen Mother. Broadcasters made images of the faces of past Obas, Queen Mother, leopard, snakes, and depiction of special events like festival, coronation, and conquest. One of the most popular of the Benin broadcasting is the ivory pendant of Queen Idia, which was used as the mascot of Festival of Arts and Culture in 1977. Today on MrYong Xplore, we explore the home of broadcasting in Africa.
Explore with Mr. Young.
Exploring broadcasting, we're talking about broadcasting. We are in the home of broadcasting in Africa. What does broadcasting mean to you?
For the now, it's more of the art, interior decoration.
Okay.
And all that. But over the years, the primary aim of involving into or doing bronze work, according to history or school of thought, is the first form of recording, keeping records.
Alright.
That was the aim, the objective, the brain behind coming about
broadcasting. It is popularly believed that only a family from the Igun clan can actually practice broadcasting. Are you of that origination?
Sure. Yes.
Can you take us through history about how it came about?
Okay. Historically, there is a man, an immigrant. We're told that he migrated from South Sudan, otherwise known as present-day part of Ethiopia. He was moving within the coast as an immigrant. Then some of the warlords in Benin saw him and they arrested him, took him to the palace, believing that he was a spy or something. So the man said he's not a spy, that he's an immigrant, trying to seek a refuge. He's a refugee trying to seek for his freedom, running from the problem that was before his state. So the palace now said, what are these that I will do? So he said, these are the things that they can do. That they can help the palace to take records or keep records of events of whatever that the palace is doing. And it can also produce those sword and those spear and other fighting materials. So I haven't seen the genuineness of the man. Then the palace said, okay, if it is in his thing, but it's not too far from Benin, not just because of any other thing, but for the fact that he's keeping records. So he was asked to come down to the Igun.
Okay.
So the man was at the Igun and he left his family behind in his village
as in South Sudan.
So there was nobody to go with him. So whenever there is a festival or there is one or two persons that are paying homage to the palace, like we do have present days that you call upon a journalist and others to cover the event or secretly. So they'll call him, he will go. So when he has demonstrated a might, some amount of sincerity and loyalty to the palace find out that the man was 80, and if the man should die, it means his own noble knowledge will go with him. So the palace has to send him a messenger who happens to be one of the palace sons.
Okay.
Then, and he was sent to him to be an
Apprentice. Okay.
So the man is the present day head of the broadcasting, the book kingdom, the book community.
Beautiful, beautiful story. Before the invasion in 1987, historically, because I have read a little bit about the history, I know that the first encounter internationally was with the Portuguese. Why the Portuguese explorer came in the 15th century, thereabout. Oba Idia. Yeah, and because the way the sophistication and the mannerism that the acts were molded, so they felt like this thing cannot be done by these locals. They felt something was behind it, and you just something like someone from South Sudan. But originally, there's a counter claim that nobody actually thought the Benin's had to make this broadcasting. It was something that they came with divine knowledge. How do you come in that? That's the divine knowledge from God. That was not taught or learned by anyone.
I have historically, I have told you what we have that is documented.
Okay.
How the origin of
broadcasting.
How it came into
existence
in Benin Kingdom, and how we over the years try to safeguard, to protect the expansion of it.
Okay.
So to us, it was a gift that the palace gave to one of his sons.
Okay.
One of his descendants, the palace child, who happens to be Chief Qeen, and the present day is still the head of broadcasting.
Can you take us through this masterpiece, this wonderful work you have here? I can see various display here. In fact, I'm fascinated by this one because of this. Who is this?
This is Oba Akenzo.
Okay.
Oba Akenzo is the father of Oba Akenzo II.
Yes.
Is the father of Oba Erediawa. Erediawa is the father of Oba Eware the present Oba.
Wow. Wow. So, what's the process like making? Is it very tasking to come about this beautiful piece?
Yes, it's a very hectic and tedious process. Because the truth is, you need to first of all get the red edge to get the master mold.
Okay.
Use the red edge to get the shape and size of whatever you want to do. That will guarantee you the shape and the size of whatever you want to do. After that, you employ, bring in the wax, the bay wax, the refined waste product of bay wax is what we use to get to design every aspect of it.
Wow.
Because the bay wax, whenever there is sun or heat, the bay wax will become soft.
Okay.
So if the heat persistent, the bay wax will make. It become liquid, just like we have a candle.
Candle.
So it's more like what they call candle wax.
Candle wax.
Okay? So the bay wax will help us. The reason why we don't use more candle, we use bay wax. Bay wax have a lot of starch, so you can mold it to whatever design. Like this one.
Okay.
These are, we get this one designed with bay wax. We get this bead. All the design that you are seeing on it here is given to it with bay wax.
Wow. Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
So after that stage, you need, that is the second stage, you need to cover it again with red egg.
Okay. That's a red sand.
The red sand, yes. You mix it with water with a little of sharp sand. You use it to cover it. But there is a measurement of the red egg and that of the sharp sand. No,
Sharp sand.
sharp sand that you mix. For you to have direct the desired result of when you use it to cover it. Just like you mix with short sand.
Okay.
If you want to plaster a house.
Okay.
So the measurement is different from if you want to mold a block.
Okay.
But you still have to use cement and short sand. But the measurement will be different.
Okay.
If you are doing plastering and if you are molding a block, it's two different measurements. So why we use that to cover it? After that, we use a binder wire to bind the work before we take it to the oven where we do fire.
So you have to still bake like you bake your cake. So, you're telling me that like everything here goes through an oven.
All of them undergo firing process.
Ooh.
Because the truth is, this one will make to become a liquid.
Okay.
Because the whole of them must undergo fire. So during the process of heating this one in the oven, then we'll take our bronze.
Okay.
The bronze will pack them in our crucible. And we'll mix the brass. This one will become a liquid.
Okay.
Just as you made aluminium, you made gold, you made silver, you made it to become a liquid, and it will be very, very hot. But the degree that will make the heat, the degree that will make this bronze is about 850 degrees Celsius.
Man. Wow.
So for water to come boiling, it's about 100% degree of heat. But this one is about 850 degrees.
Wow.
For it to make it a liquid that we can use it to
Cast.
Yeah.
Now, talking about codes, symbols, the Oba of Orame, when he was sent to Ezra,
when it was deported to
when it was to where?
deported to Calabar.
To Calabar. He was Ezra in Calabar.
Yes.
Letters were sent, and those letters were intercepted, and codes were used as message with bronze. So how did that come about? That he could read this casting as code?
Yes, that is what I said earlier when I gave a brief history of the origin of the bronze casting. I said the foremost formal way of keeping records were through bronze casting. So by the time there is an event in the palace will invite the king to come. The Igbo people will get there and said, "Oh, we'll see what he's doing." Then once they dedicate it, put it in molding.
Wow.
That at a time like this, so and so person pay homage, or the other play host to so and so person, like with casting. So we'll produce it, we'll keep it to the palace.
Alright. Wow, that's
You
beautiful.
understand?
Yeah.
So right now, this piece that we are seeing here, this is Festac.
Festac 1977.
Festac 1977. The reason for this Festac that was adopted for Festac 77 was solely because of the significance.
Yeah.
This woman is actually the mother of Oba Esidi.
Okay.
She is Queen Idia. History have it that she was the first woman who went to battlefield in order to defend the throneship of her son.
Okay.
So in the course of fighting in the battlefield, history have it that she was able to overcome her enemies. Among the enemies that she killed were those that is designed.
Oh.
The of the enemy.
Oh, so this represents
those that
she
that she killed.
Okay. During a battle.
During the battle. So it was later they said she was victorious. If not for the pronunciation that has a lot of mystical strength from her son Oba Esidi, who when he found out that there was his own sword that he used in the battlefield is no longer in the armoring circle, he made a pronouncement that whoever that must have stolen his sword would use that sword to kill his or herself. Unknowing to him that it was his mom who took the sword and go after the enemy that was after the belief.
Oh.
So immediately he make that pronunciation because there is a lot of mystic forces behind the comment or the power of the Oba. Immediately he utter the word, a lot of forces go before him, and he went out, started fighting, only for him to find out that the mom has succeeded in killing a lot of people, but actually left herself with the sword.
Oh.
So that was when he now realized that it was his own harsh statement that caused the death
of his own mother.
Oh. So in order to honor her, she was the first post. That is the first king mother to have been honored with a title. The first queen mother. Otherwise, you only have the king. You don't have the queen.
Yes.
So because of her role that she performed, the king now thought it was that if he has used his own mouth to have caused the death of his own mother, he will equally do something that she will be remembered for. So he now made a pronouncement and said, henceforth, if we have the king's palace, we will equally have the king's mother's domain. That is, for the present today, there is a locality around the Uselu Azi, they call Egwayoba. So there is also our own palace where she will stay and preside over the dukedom, the community around her. So whenever the issue is over, they will visit the palace. Wow. But once she pronounced anything over there, if the matter has reached judging before her, it is the same judgment that she gives at the palace.
Wow. Interesting story.
So if you didn't respect her, you come to the palace will tell you back to
the queen mother.
The queen mother. That she's the head of that domain. So when the Western world came, an artist who was able to listen to the historical achievement of this great woman decided to put something that would make people to say, if you see this, you said, this is Queen Idia, and this is what she represents. Wow. So to us, the Western world said she's a virtuous woman and a victorious woman. She was not just a mother, not just a queen, but also a mother who could go all out to make sure she secured the success, the progress of our own soul.
Explore with MrYong.